All right, while some professors and college administrators are defending the protesters, others have called them out, including a professor at George Washington University, Melinda Roth. She wrote that these little brats should leave dorm rooms paid for by mommy and daddy and actually go to Gaza. Joining us now is that professor, Melinda Roth. Professor, it's kind of a love it or leave it line, but in this case, when you glorify something as horrible and vicious as the Hamas crowd, I think it's actually a pretty decent suggestion.
Well, first of all, thank you, Laura, for having me on tonight and for devoting time to this important subject. I do want to say that I'm speaking on my own behalf and not on behalf of George Washington University or of the law school. But what I have found while walking through this encampment was appalling to me. It was, absolutely horrifying, the hatred, the anti-Zionist messages, the Israeli hatred, the Jewish hatred, and also the American hatred. And I wrote up my thoughts, and I quickly wrote up my thoughts, and they have gone a little bit viral because not everyone is really standing on the right side of history here.
Well, what they're saying about Jewish Americans has been festering for some time in Israel. I mean, decades, really. And now what they're doing to George Washington is perfectly logical, really. I mean, the covering him with the scarf and defacing him, and I mean, at some point they will rip that statue down. I have no doubt that that statue probably in the next 10 years will be coming down. They will demand it because he was a slaveholder, and so the father of our country is just another corrupt racist in their eyes, and so Western civilization is as well. So the Judeo-Christian ethic, professor, is something that these protesters at least believe they need to rip down, and if it means violence, so be it. That's how I see it. You can tell me if you disagree.
No, I actually agree with you, and it's horrifying for me to see the founding father of this country dressed up like a terrorist, and they have defaced that statue. They have actually renamed the university yard Martyr Square.
Oh,
they have called to behead the president and the provost of GW with a guillotine. I mean, they have, the chanting, the signs, they're all horrible, but the destruction and the violation of university policies, you can see in the last shot you showed, they have even taken over a street. They have caused disruption to the law school where I teach. They have caused disruption on the campus. And while when I wrote my thoughts down, I initially wanted to talk about, making the campuses across the country safe for Jewish students. I think this is a bigger problem now. I think it is making the campuses safe for all students. We see graduations being canceled.
Professor, we have to unfortunately cut it short a little bit, but you gave us a lot to chew on, and that campus is a travesty, and that president should resign. That whole board, the whole thing is now a lot of great professors there from my time as a lawyer, a lot of people in the law school. It's a travesty, and it's time to take that school back. Professor, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.